Hi cuties, welcome to another day of Litmas! Today we are discussing and showcasing my new Eldritch TBR. This TBR game is a little way different from regular TBR game, where it's a perpetual TBR that as I complete them, I will get certain rewards. It's a little way for me to curb spendings and being able to feel validated in treating myself, because I have a really bad problem with guilt and stuff like that when it comes to treating myself. So we're going to play 12 different TBR games from around the internet, slightly adjusted to fit the parameters of what this is, and each of them is going to have their own TBR. Each time I complete said games TBR, one of the 12, I will be able to then calculate a monetary reward for myself based on the value of those books, regardless of if I spent money on them or if I was free. It's just the base value of those books cut in half, because we all know books are expensive. And that reward will then be mine to use however I wish. So either it's buying new books, or it's being put away for a larger gift for myself, or, you know, paying off debt or something. Depends on the situation in the moment when I do it. I didn't want to nail down a specific reward right now, because who knows where I'll be when I finish a TBR, and if it's even possible to do that. So we're going to see how this works. But essentially, this is just an excuse for me to play everybody else's TBR games, because I really wanted to play them, and I wanted to play them during TBR Changer, but TBR Changer didn't work out how I really wanted it to do. So we've created the Eldritch TBR. All right, so we have 12 games. We have M&M TBR. We have Lord of the Reeds, After Hour, Phase 10, Jokes on Me, TBR Jenga, TBR Bluff, Fictionary, A Game of Tomes, TBR Star Hop, Snakes and TBR Stacks, and my own mini golf adventure. Because I know people wanted me to do the bowling one. The problem is I have an injury where this lovely, lovely, lovely finger locks, so I can't actually go bowling really anymore without further injuring it. This is a childhood injury that has never healed. So I like mini golf. So I went to mini golf with my friends with Holy Moly, and we had a fun time. I will let a voiceover cue guide you through that, because it was all copyright music. But yeah, let's get into it. Here is what happened in M&M TBR. Kicking off, we are starting with M&M TBR. We've played this before. Basically, I will draw 6 pairs of M&Ms from my mom's M&Ms she has graciously lent me, and it will choose the prompts for this big baby. So let us begin. Blindly choosing. Mother, can you confirm I am blindly choosing these?
You are so blind.
Okay, cool.
Ridiculous.
Our first M&M, which we're going from the top row, is brown.
Okay.
So brown first, meeting with orange, which is a book with 2+ authors. And we're going to replace that with an autobiography.
Over my M&M.
You want to eat them? Number 2 starts with orange this time, and also orange, which is a book with foil on the cover. Replacing that with a book with a map in it.
Which ones are the best ones?
They all taste the same, but orange. Yellow, though, is our next starting, and brown, which is all the way down here. No audio.
I'm sorry, audio. You're picking them.
That's really mean. We're replacing that with a Goodreads nomination or winner. Our 4th one, blue. We are starting with green.
Oh.
And second one is blue. Blue here, which means to finish a series. I've got plenty of those to do. Replacing that with an Instagram pic. Alrighty. Pair number 5 is blue. And what do you think it is?
Green.
It's orange. Orange, which is a graphic novel or manga, which is good. And when we were replacing that with a new arc. And our final pick is
What do you think the first one is?
Red.
Red! What do you think the second one is?
Yellow.
Blue.
Ah.
Which is a book featuring mythology. So a book with 2+ authors. I chose, or really, I let my spreadsheet choose on randoms. I did a lot of random number generates to determine which book I would read, and I have This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El-Motar and Max Gladstone. For a book with a foiled cover, we have Kika Hatsupolo's Threads That Bind. For a book with no audiobook, as far as I know, we have Dead End Drive by Ian Kirkpatrick. This is an indie book. For a finish a series, we have Beasts of War by Ayana Gray, which is the finale in the Beasts of Prey book series trilogy. For a graphic novel or manga, we're going to read The Princess and the Grilled Cheese Sandwich by Dea Muniz. And for mythology, we're going to go with Atalanta by Jennifer Saint.
Moving over to Lord of the Reeds, The Two Libraries, because I like this one better than the first one.
Hello, we're going to be playing Lord of the Reeds, The Two Libraries, because I like this one better than the first one. Let us begin. Who will accompany me? My favorite character is Pippin. Is this Pippin or which? I think this is Pippin. Pippin's my favorite. I don't know what Pippin does. Oh, we can roll the die up here. I don't know what's 6. Okay. Oh, there we go. We rolled a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. TBR jar shall decide my fate, which I have a TBR bag, so that's fine. Okay, now we do it. 1. 1 is here. We are now playing Eru Luvatar. Read a classic or a classic fantasy. Okay. 3. 1, 2, 3. The Undying Lands. Read a book from a long series with 10 or more books in it. Okay, fine. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no. I have to go back here. What is it? Does she do something else when she hits those spots? I don't know. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I must continue a series. Can do, can do. Please don't give me a 2. Thank God. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Lonely Mountain. Read a standalone book. All right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another series. That is a-okay with me. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring of Barahir. Barahir, sorry. Wait, I can't read that, actually. A book recommended by a favorite author. Okay. Can we finish? 6. Yes, we can. Finish. Pick a book as a reward. Huzzah! All right, and from those picks from the Lord of the Reeds, we have a book from the TBR jar, is Long Live Evil by Sarah Reese Brennan. For a classic fantasy, we of course have to read The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. And for a book from a 10+ book series, we have the next book in Murderbot, which for me, as of filming this, is Rogue Protocol, but I might read it before the end of the year, so it's going to be whatever book in Murderbot I have next to actually read. So it may or may not change, who knows. To continue a series, we got The Scum Villain Self-Saving System, Book 2. For a standalone, we're going to read The Bones Beneath My Skin by T.J. Klune. To continue another series and technically finish the duology is The Crow Rider by Kaylin Josephson. Recommended by a favorite author, took forever, but I went with Elizabeth Lim, who recommended Darker by 4 by June C.L. Tan. And then it was any book, so I basically randomized the book, randomized my TBR, and I got Catfish Rolling by Clara Kumagai.
And we move on to After Hours.
We're going to play the After Hours TBR game. I did play this earlier because this was my TBR game for Herkyed. It wasn't running so fast. We'll see if it runs any good. So, okay, we're going. You know what? Oh, yeah, it's going to run a little bit slow.
That's fine. A nonfiction? We need to do nonfictions. Let's pick up a nonfiction. I'm going to go up. I usually go down in these games. I'm deciding to go up. And my great folly last time was I just picked up every and any book, and I really don't want to get Gothics because I'm not a Gothic reader, and Ledette M, who created this game, is. No offense. I'm not really into the Gothics all that much. Come on, little guy. Come on, little wizard. After hours. Go down. There we go. But it's a little laggy unless you download it. But that's fine. I think it was so laggy last time that I didn't lose any lives. So, that's been fun. But we will just do the standard 10 that I think comes out of this. Oh, what do I see here? Is that historical? Is orange historical over there? Alright. What's in this big room? There's got to be something. Or not. Is there nothing in this big room? Is there nothing? There's nothing in this big room. That's funny. Okay, anything in this big room? Aha! Oh, no. No! You can't make me. I have too many horrors already. I have so many other books to get to. Give me that historical. I'll go get that historical. If I can get there. Yes, we can get to the historical. Ooh, and there's a fantasy sci-fi! Good, that's what I like. Give me that. Oh, there's 2 historicals. You know, why not? We'll do some historicals. I would rather read those than the horrors. Sorry, horror readers. I don't like the Gothics. I don't like the horrors. I don't really like mystery thriller. Woo! It's very late when I'm playing this, by the way. Let's go a bit up here. Maybe. Oh, god dang it, there's another horror. Nope. Oh, I just went around a little loop-de-loop. Sure, why not? Let's go this way. See how it hasn't gotten at all dark? It's because I'm playing it this way. And that's fine, because we're just looking for books. Just looking for books. Another historical down there. Well, I have a lot of historical romance. Oh, I can't get there. I gotta go up and around. I don't know, historical. Maybe we'll meet again in another life. I'm just wandering halls. Wandering the halls of this cavern with hidden books. Is it like a... What is it? Is it like a dungeon? Oh no, we're back to the horror. Oh god, it led me right back to you guys. Well, I'll do one. Sure, one. One and one alone. Please don't be the other one there. Oh god, it is. Get away, get away. Oh, okay, we have to go up. Oh no, how do I get there? Maybe if we go this way this time? I don't know. Oh, no, that doesn't open up. Anywhere? No, don't open up anywhere. Not a place in sight, alright. Okay. I don't know why I've turned into a Cockney accent when I'm playing this game. Winds and knees. I don't know, what's that go? Storm's coming in. I don't know, I get very Mary Poppins. Very Mary Poppins. Let's go find books in these hallways. I swear I will find all your fantasies. I don't want no Gothic or Aurora today. I guess, is that more Yorkshire? I don't know. I'm really bad at... No, oh, I'm stuck. This game takes forever. I love it, and I love the concept of it. But not great for online playability. What do we got? I guess we'll pick up a thriller mystery. Since we just need to end this. For the monstrosity of what I'm doing. Oh, it's finally getting a little darker. We're finally going to lose a life. Not that I had one to begin with. I see it closing in on me a little bit. Oh, no. You see it's closing in. It's finally working. Okay, what do we got? Oh, God. That's another mystery thriller. What else you got? Anything? Anything? You got nothing here for me? Please, let me some fantasy. Also fine, not horror. No, why so many horrors in a row? Get away from me. I'm not going to fall into your trap in the darkness. Watch me fall into the trap in the darkness. Come on. Where's a book? No? Any book? I'm gonna walk into a horror, I just know it. Or a wall. I'm in a hallway. Oh no, there's no books in hallways, I find, though. It's closing in. We're closing. Oh no. Fantasy sci-fi! Okay, I lost one life. That was actually great, because I lost a life, and it gave me the types of books that I want to read. Alright. That was the first time I've ever had it close on me, which means I'm doing a lot worse this round than I've ever done. Let's go up this way. What if I just started a secret channel where I spoke with a different accent and made completely different content? That's where the fantasy sounds like! Let's get over there, let's get over there. How do I get to you? Oh, and romance, okay. But I gotta get over there. How do I get to you? What are you? Oh, middle grade. Yeah, we can do middle grade. Sure. Okay. We're gonna go down and around and get to the romance and the fantasy. No, I see you, horror. You get away from me. Get away. I'm not trusting you. Go. Okay. And I know there was another block. Come on, I gotta get up to that room. Ah, how do I get up there? I want to get to that room. No, mystery thriller. Oh my god, how do I get there? It's like the golden room, and I must get there, but it's not letting me go to where I want to go! Okay. We might have to backtrack. Can I just teleport? I want to go to the fantasy romance room. Please! Okay, there's no way up there, right? Okay. Alright. How well can I memorize a map? Because that's going to be a horror there. Yep, and we don't want that. We don't want that. You guys know that quote? That's a random, like, vocal stem. Don't want that. And it's actually a Jennifer Coolidge line. From a Cinderella story. She's sorting through the mail and finds Sam's exception into the one school she wants to go to. Princeton? I think she's a Princeton girly. Okay. Alright. Can I just teleport? Can I use my magic staff? Okay. So it's over there. Oh, I'm gonna get so lost. I'm gonna get so lost. I'm gonna get so lost tonight. We're gonna go up. We're going up. It's our moment. I've never even seen that movie yet, by the way. Still haven't. I honestly didn't know that song was from that, because I heard it on like, not the radio, at like some other place. So, I think it was like at a gas station or something is where I first heard it. Just playing. Okay. We're on the hunt. It's the huntsman. I am just a bundle of echolalia. Get me to the Oh, not that song. We listened to that at work enough. Work is always playing like the same 25 songs. And it drives me up the wall, and one of them is Hit Me With Your Best Shot! Along with the One Jewel song. That one. Okay, is this the room? I don't think this is the room yet. Have I made it there? No! We have not. Maybe it's down? Is it down a bit more? Is it this room? It's this room! We found it! We found the room! Okay, I'm gonna get the romance first. I don't remember how many books I've collected. But I don't have a romance yet, so let's grab the romance. Okay, and then we can have the fantasy.
Hey! All right. Nonfiction booktube favorite. That'll be hard. A steamy fantasy sci-fi. A queer historical fiction, which, easy. Set in winter historical fiction, also easy. A poll pick for horrors. I can't haul a book, so I will do the most recent thriller mystery that I have. Audiobook fantasy sci-fi, easy. Middle grade ash, smoke, fire in the title. Okay. A disabled author rep for romance. Oh, hi Kendra Merritt. We're coming for you. Booktube favorite for fantasy and sci-fi. For After Hours TBR. This was a struggle to figure out for some of these. For a Booktube favorite non-fiction, I'm going to go with Dark Archives by Megan Rosenblum. This was pretty popular on Booktube, at least I saw a lot of vlogs about it on my algorithm. So, For a steamy fantasy or sci-fi, we got Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. For a historical with a queer author, I'm choosing The Lilac People by Milo Todd. For a historical set in winter, I'm assuming this is set in winter. I don't know for sure until I read it. But we're doing The Witch and the Tsar by Odessa? No. Olesya? It's cutting off the name. Sinikova Gilmore. But I know it's Russian, and I associate all things winter with Russia. For a poll pick horror, we got Never Whistle at Night. I did a poll with my mods, and this is an anthology of Indigenous stories. For a recent haul mystery thriller, this is another indie. It's Beaches Can Murder 2 by Jade Forrest and Dulcinea Harrison, I think. I met them at Mesa County Comic Con. That was the most recent mystery thriller that I purchased. So for our audiobook fantasy sci-fi, I've got Year of the Reaper by Micaiah Lucier. I hope I like this one a lot more than I liked than Dragonfruit, which I really hated. With Ash, Smoke, or Fire in the title with middle grade, I only had one, and that was Freedom Fire, which is the second book in Dactyl Hill Squad, so I have to read the first one to get to this one. For a disabled author romance, I'm choosing Kendra Merritt, who is a disabled author, also an indie. And I'm choosing The King in the Tower and Other Stories, so it's a collection of a bunch of her fairy tale romance series. And then finally, a booktube favorite fantasy sci-fi. I'm going with Rebecca Ross's new release, Wild Reverence.
Okay, and let's see where we ended up with Phase 10 chooses my TBR. We are now going to play Phase 10 TBR. All right. Now, on my board here, you'll see that I have my adjustment is to roll a d10 to determine the phase. That was for the old TBR game, so just ignore that, but this gives us all the prompts and all the phases, so I will try to play this as many times as I can this year as we go through the monstrous TBR. But yeah, so we're going to first deal myself my 10 cards, and we're going to try to make 2 sets of 3, and then continue to draw 10 more cards, essentially, is what it looks like Chris was doing, because this is from Chris' Corner. I'm going to move this up just so I can show you guys cards. So first off, we're starting off with a wild, an 8. Another wild, 3, 10, 1 of those 6, 7. Sorry, I'm kind of moving over. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Well, here's the funny bit. I think almost a funny bit. So the 2s, these guys, obviously. I have my 7s, and then I can pretty much use anybody else to complete the first set. So these cards now, these are not the prompts. We are now pulling prompt cards. So my first one is a 12, which I don't need. It's a red 12, which you guys can't quite see. So I'm going to leave those back up there. So red 12, pulling a red 11, still don't need that either. A green 11, another wild, which I didn't see their rules for wilds, and another 7. So boom. So we've got 3 7s, and then I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't know the rules for wilds in this, we're negating all wilds. So, except for, yeah. Well, I'm negating wilds in the draw because I want specific prompts. Okay? All right, so we've got 3 7s, though. And I could choose any one of these, but just to make it work, I don't know, we're going to do a 4. Cool. So that's my set. I now have these 3 right up here, plus all of these guys. I guess we're negating wilds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going 9 and 10. 0 yellows. So this is my official first one. So a red 12 is an adult book. A red 11 is a weapon on the cover. A green 11 is a young adult book. A blue 8 is a book with a map. A red 3 has nature on the cover. A red 10 is a highest rated book. A green 1 is a lowest rated book. A green 9 is with fire on the cover. And a blue 9 is BIPOC rep. And a red 7 is 5 or more words.
Our Phase 10 TBR for my adult book, we've got Tokyo Blood Magic by Travis Hierman, which is an indie book as well. With a book for a weapon on the cover, we have In Every Generation by Kendara Blake, which has a stake on the cover. For a young adult book, I got Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. For a book with a map in it, we're going with Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. A book with nature on the cover, we're doing A Daughter of the Trolls by Mackenzie Cutrone. There we go. For the highest rated book, and I had to search, but it actually is Omniscient Player's Viewpoint. I forget the translation title, but this was also one that I have to read for my Q's Rex that we all chose, that you guys really chose for me. So it's super long. That'll be great. For a lowest rated book, and I did go lowest rated with not having, they couldn't have 0, and it had to have more than 1,000 ratings on it to be a little bit more skewed correctly. So I did Where Shadows Meet by Patrice Caldwell. For Fire on the cover, we have The Scandalous Confessions of Lydia Bennett Witch by Melinda Taub. For a BIPOC book, we have Angels and Man, which is the sequel to Angels Before Men by Raphael Nicholas, which is also an indie book and excellent. And then 5 or more words in the title, we got The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent.
And we have Jokes on Me TBR game. Okie dokie, welcome to Jokes on Me. This is a little simple one, card game. It only has you pull 3 cards, but that does not mean it's 3 books. The cards can mean different things, all written here. I will also link the original creator of this. You can learn a bit more. We're just going to kind of go with the flow, but I'm going to pull 3 cards. They will correspond to certain things. We have Maneki Neko back here, and we are starting. Here is going to be, if I pull an ace, that's going to be number 1, because that's kind of like a Monopoly board. All right, our very first card is a 2, which means 1, 2. We're going to do the prompt twice. So this means I have 2 books that I bought last year. And so since this is a 2026, that means I have 2 books that I got in 2025. Great. Awesome. Our third one is a king, which this one says to buy a book. So because of the rules of what I'm doing, we're just ignoring kings and queens right now. So our actual second card is a 6. 6 says to split 3 and 3, which if my memory serves, it means I go 1, 2, 3. The first TikTok book I see, and then 1, 2, 3. A Pango book. A book I got off of Pango. So that again, 4 books there already. And our last draw is 7, which is we're jumping across the board. So that would be the first on my Goodreads list. So that is a total of 5 books for this first round. Da 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 da.
Right, for Jokes on Me TBR, we went with, our first was a 2025 purchase, which I got Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Farida Abike Iyamide. For another 2025 purchase, we have Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. Hi, baby. For our TikTok pick, the first book that came up I got was Thorn Season by Kiara Azar. For a book I got off of Pango, I have actually a fancier copy than the one shown here, is Godly Heathens by H.E. Edgman. And for the first book that comes up on my Goodreads, which I just kind of opened my want to read, this was the first book on it, and that was Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody.
And I apologize, I started playing this one wrong at first, but I correct myself. But that is TBR Jenga. So in TBR Jenga, we have color-coded dice. This will tell me what brick I need to pull. As soon as the tower goes, that's the end. Get ready for this all to go into my dog's water bowl. Woo! Red. We're pulling a red first. Okay. All right, and it says, oh, a book with a red cover. Okay. Next roll is pink. It's a pink. Let's go way low. Way, 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 way low. Beautiful. Which is any book. That's pretty nice. Okay. Fall. Orange. I am just... Ooh, that was good. That was nice and loose.
Okay, this is a must-have roulette, so it must have like a verb, a noun, something in the title or on the cover. I have a little roulette. We will play that. All right. Red again. Oh, shoot. What rules do I play by? I don't care if I play wrong rules. Random letter. Oh, also these, I forgot to even mention, these correspond to genres. So red, I think, is horror, if memory serves. I didn't pull out my actual rules, but when I'm picking the books, I will show you them. All right. Oh no, another red. Can I do this one? No? Oh God. Oh. And another must-have roulette, but horror. We're really pulling reds. We're doing a lot of horror. I am not a horror girly. Orange. Nope. Yes. Oh. Oh, we're going to roll a d6. We'll just do that right now. This is the number of pages. It must be, of course, a 600 or more page book. I forgot what genre orange is. I think it might be, no, I think yellow is mystery thriller. Oh, what's orange? I don't know. Good job, me. Purple, purple. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. We got another D6 pages. Purple, I believe, is fantasy. I kind of always put purple as fantasy. So D6 those pages. Also 6 freaking hundred. This is mean. Blue. Oh no. Oh, very bottom. Oh my God, I'm not putting them on top. I should be putting these on top. I just remembered how you play Jenga, but I wanted them out. All right, even or odd letters. Okay, we're going to start by building our tower because I forgot that element. That will just make this slightly more intense. Please ignore me. Okay, there we go. See, everything's fine. No one needs to panic. Yellow. Oh, that one's bad. Oh, that one's fine. We have another D6 for pages. This one is mystery thriller. Why? Oh, two. Okay, can do. 200, can do. All right, you go up. Now I'm getting scared. Now we're getting scared. I literally forgot how to play Jenga. Another horror. Oh no. Oh no. I guess we're going to pull one we've already done, which is the D6 again. D6 for it, and it's also 2. Okay, 200 horror book. Oh my gosh. Purple. Nope. Oh. A random letter fantasy. Okay. This is going to go on forever. Orange. Get the one underneath here. No, that's structural. That's structural. Oh, that one's that. A must-have roulette. Once again. Another. Oh, this is where we're going to die. All right, we're going to see. Can I? This is bad. Oh. No! All right. It would have been in any book, but doesn't count. Ah, shucks, gosh darn. That was a lot of books.
For TBR Jenga, for a red cover with a horror, since this was red, we have A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. For any pick romance, this is a fantasy romance, so I allowed it. A Swift and Savage Tide by Chloe Neal. For a friend pick, and it must have an adjective, I asked Fee, and Fee chose Old Man's War by John Scalzi. For a horror book that starts with the letter F or has the author names with F, so we have What We Harvest by Anne Frestate. Frestat? I don't know how we say the name. That was the only one I could find on my TBR with an F. For another horror book that must have a building on the cover, we have A Lonely Broadcast by Kit Byron. And so we have that tower, which is a type of building, and I'm counting it. A book that is recommended by a friend, so I asked Lena for this one. And we have over 600 pages. It's Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. Another 600 plus page book fantasy, we got King of Fools by Amanda Foody, which is a sequel to something I've forgotten the name of now, but I've been meaning to read this for literal years. Whoops. A book with an even amount of letters that is a historical in some way. We have The City Beautiful by Aidan Polidoros. And for a mystery thriller, yellow, I had to remember what the colors meant. Mystery thriller that is from the 200 to 299 page range. We have The Sisters of Stray Garden Place by Haley Chewins. For a horror that's 200 to 299 pages, we have Together We Rot by Skyla Arndt. And for a fantasy starting with the letter C, we have Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. And a friend recommendation that must have foliage. Again, I asked Fee for this one. And it was A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana.
Moving right along to TBR Bluff. TBR Bluff time. So we're going to roll 5 dice 7 times. Well, probably more than that, but 7 books will be pulled out of TBR Bluff. Let us begin. Okay, roll number 1. As I drop a whole die, we'll just pick a different one up. I guess that was the cursed one. Here we go. Whoa. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait,
That's a Yahtzee.
No, it's not. That's a large.
It's a run.
That's a large straight.
So how much is that worth?
I don't know. I see a lucky 7 and a lucky 2. I don't see that at all. There is no large straight on here, so we're just going to re-roll entirely. I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
2 2s. Okay, we have 2 2s. I can do 2 2s. I have 2 spaces. We can either do a classic or a graphic novel. We're definitely doing a graphic novel. I'm just going to mark it with this one right here. There we go. Graphic novel is our first book. Beautiful. Let us begin. Roll number 2. I have 2 3s here. 2 3s. And another 3. Oh, full house.
Oh, that was a good one.
Thanks for the belch, buddy. Full house. 3 3s and 2 6s, which is reading my last purchase. Beautiful. What was my last purchase? As of filming this, I think it's a Psalm for the Wild Built. But I didn't purchase, technically, because I didn't spend any money on it. I have another 2 2s. I don't want that other 2 2. All right, give me a third. Haha! No. 2 6s, 2 2s. Here, we have a TikTok book. Or... No? Is that my only option? Yep. TikTok. So TikTok has to pick it. TikTok has to pick it. TikTok has to pick it. I'll do that later. All right. Roll number 3 is 2 2s again. We also have 1 2 3 4. We don't have any straights on this. I don't have any straights. All right. Oh gosh, come on, baby. 2 2 4 4. Okay, 2 2 4 4. 2 2 4 4. 2 2 4 4. We've got a fairy loot or special edition non-fairy loot. Forgive them, but we'll go with just a fairy loot because I've got plenty of those to get through. That's funny. All right, roll number 5. 3 1. Oh, 6 6 1 1 1. That's another full house, but we don't have another full house space. So I have 3 1s. I'm gonna see if I can get anything else.
Wow. A 6 and a 5. All right. Well, we have a finish the series, so that's good. Let's do another finish series. And this is our final roll for TBR Bluff, which is 2 4s and 2 6s right off the bat. Let's see what that is. We have an Instagram pick. Just let social media take over. Or there is no other one. Okay, we're going to roll this 3 and see if it gives me 3 6s or 3 4s. It does not. So we are doing an Instagram pick. All right, and that is the TBR Bluff selection.
For TBR Bluff, we have our last purchase, our latest purchase, which at the time of filming this was A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. For a graphic novel, this is kind of adjacent graphic novel, but I count it anyway, is Samurai Rising by something Turner. But it's Japanese history. Love it. For a TikTok pick, again, we got House of the Beast by Michelle Wong. For a Fairy Loop book, I got For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga? I can't remember. I think it's Varga. To finish the series, we have All Shall Mourn by Ellie Marney, which is now an indie. The first 2 were not. Now it is, which is unfortunate. And for an Instagram pick, we got Buffalo Hunter Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones.
And of course, the very popular Fictionary.
This is a very fun game. You do 6 rolls for this, and we're not playing the minute rules or anything for that. We are just pulling prompts. I will decide books later, but let us begin. Not that you guys can see the dice exactly. Also, we need our little figure, which most of my little figures are not here. Oh, yes, we have one. All right, we're going to use the Maneki Neko. We're going to use Maneki Neko, and I don't remember where she started. I think I guess you just start here, and you go around the board. Roll number 1 is 2, which is any book. Fantastic. We're off to a good start. Any book. Roll number 2 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Appearance, which I'm going to just grab these and shuffle because they're all facing up. And we're going to choose this one, which is a book with deckled edges. Alrighty. All right. Roll number 3 is a 1. Peoples and Places. Alrighty. We're going to do a non-US setting. Great. Love that. Roll number 4 is a 2. I'm rolling really low. This is titles. Title. We're going to go with this one. And it says an acronym in the title. That, actually, no. I have like 3 I can think of right now. All right. And our 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, that was 4, right? Fifth roll. Oh, 5. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another title is going to be no determiners or conjunctions like the, ands in the title. And our final roll is 4. 1, 2, 3. Any book I want. Beautiful, lovely.
For Fictionary, we have an any pick, which we got Alatsue by Darcy Little Badger. Again, any book I just randomly generated from my TBR. For a book with deckled edges was actually really hard to find on my current physical TBR, but we have The Book of Gothel by Mary McMine. A book in a non-US setting, we have The Blackbird Girls, which I believe is Ukraine, because it's about Chernobyl. Is that Ukraine or Russia? Shoot. But yeah, not US setting. For an acronym in the title, the only option I have is AITA by Cassie Alexander, which is short, but I got it in a rad box. Yeah, it should be fun. For a book with no determiners, we got Firefight by Brandon Sanderson. No determiners means no, the, and, or conjunctions as well.
but thes and us starting it. So we have Firefight, which is the second book in his Reckoners trilogy. And for another Eddie book, we got Ever After, the novelization of the movie, which I'm excited about because it's one of my favorite movies.
And I don't think this one is as well known, but it is A Game of Tones. Welcome to A Game of Tones. We're going to play this. We're going to be rolling our D6. We're going to be using Maneki Neko. So all of these spaces correspond with a house or pulling a card. Let's see what we got. We are moving 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is a Raven card, which I don't think is a good one. These are bad prompts to start off with. Oh, a friend picks a book they hated. Great. That'll be super awesome. All right. 3. 1, 2, 3. This is a battle card. Battle cards. We're gonna start this one with just roll again. We're just roll. That was actually the successful battle. We roll again. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is a character card, and we're gonna choose Stannis with an adult read. See, this is kind of why I made my hardest reading challenge, guys, because a prompt like adult is just not creative enough for me. All right, moving on. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is another Raven card. Okay, I insulted the game. This is my comeuppance for such a thing. We have a not so anticipated book, which, if you saw the 2026 releases, we know I have some that I'm like, I don't really care about it too much, but it'll be one of those. Another roll is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Character card. We've got Tormund. Oh, good. A 5-star prediction. Hopefully that counteracts the other one. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I just realized I could have done that, and I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, too late now. 3. 1, 2, 3. This is a location card. We have yet to really land on a house yet, which I find interesting. All right. We've got Harrenhal, an intimidating book. Okay. Well, bam. Another nope, that's a 5. That's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the money bag? Oh, I get to buy a book. Well, that's counteractive to what this game is. So we'll just go with the last purchase book again, from which we've already had this kind of thing. I'll go the one right before it, and we'll just do the ones I've gotten recently, which I don't even remember what it was, but we'll go with that. All right, another 5. I'm really rolling 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is House Martell, and that's a wild card. Any book. Wild card. Thank you, Martells. You deserved better on the show. 3. Oh, gosh. 1, 2, 3. Wait, does that mean I go back? I don't know. It's a battle card. Let's find out what we got. Battle card is... Oh, a friend picks from a stack. I will let a friend choose when they're here, and they'll just choose from my wall. I'll just do that. All right. I don't know if I go backwards or if they're only forwards. I'm just going to keep going forward. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is another location card. I'm just going to pick this one off the bottom of the thing. Oh, I grabbed 2. We're going to do Mole Town, small book. A small book. Easy peasy. 2. 1, 2, which shoots us up here, which is very nice. But we have another battle card. I'm going to choose a random one. We've got friend picks a book they hate. Wait, shouldn't that be a Raven? Yeah, dang it. All right, maybe the final roll? Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And our last character card is... it fell! And it is... Daenerys features a quest or journey. That was a lot. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the wild card. Huzzah!
For a game of tomes, we have a book that a friend hated and Fee gave me Antibot. We'll see how I feel about Antibot. For an adult book, I got Love, Hate, and Clickbait by Liz Bowery. For a not-so-anticipated new release, I have Hollow by Selena Myers, and I'm only not really anticipating it because, A, I'm just not really into the horror scene and stuff. I do like Selena Myers overall, but I do know that this was self-published a long time ago, and she didn't edit or anything, and it was, like, really bad grammatically. I didn't read that one. I'm just worried about the updated version and how it's going to go. It's not that I'm not anticipating, I would say, but it's hard because I anticipate a lot of releases, but it's the one I'm kind of like, I'm scared to delve into just because reviewing her, I feel like I might, if I don't like it, what's the reaction going to be from her fans? Which I am a fan of her, so I just am a little nervous about it. For a 5-star prediction, I chose My Salty Mary by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. For an intimidating read, I've got The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez because I started it and I didn't like it, so I soft DNF'd. And I've been told that it takes a little bit to get into it, so we'll hope for the best. For another book that I last purchased, so since I already chose a Psalm for the Wild Built in the previous one, I went with the next one before that, and that's What Fury Brings by Trisha Levenseller. Another any book random pick, we have When You Wish Upon a Lantern by Gloria Chow. For a friend pick, I asked my bestie Mac, and he's been trying to get me to read Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman for forever, even though I haven't read Practical Magic yet. But that's what he wants. And for a small book, I went with my smallest book on the TBR, and that is Level Up by Alicia Wilder, another indie book. It's only like 56 pages, but I have it physically, so I'm counting this. For a book a friend hated, Lena gave me a copy of The Soul Collector, Borrowed Souls Book 1 by Paul B. Kohler. Lena did not like it. It's also short, and they said try. And then a book with a quest in it, I chose Forest Mage by Robin Hobb, which is the second book in the Something Sons trilogy. I like the first one, so we'll see how I like the second one.
From another Stephanie's channel, we have TBR Star Hop.
Welcome to TBR Star Hop from Stephanie's Bookverse. I will link her in the description. We need two D6s for this, and of course, Maneki Neko-chan right there. I cannot find the cards I originally printed for this game, so we're actually going to end up using Fictionary. We're going to keep Peoples and Places and Appearance are going in the same pile, and that's going to be the stars. The blue is going to be our moons, and our greens are going to be our suns, which I think Stephanie uses as her, like, difficult ones. And we basically have to make our way up this big board here, this baby board. It's the same amount of spaces I counted them when I designed it. But if I land on any of the wormholes, you go back to that wormhole. If I land on this big baby here, we go all the way back, I believe. I believe that's her rules. And it's cruel and evil. So we'll see how well we do. We rolled 4, 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a double star, which, if memory serves, means I pull 2 prompts and try to make a book out of those prompts. So we'll pull a blue and a pink. So we've got even pages, and is also by 2 authors. Love it. Great. Fantastic. Cool. All right, next roll. 2 and 6 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to do this one that's upside down. A random color. So we'll do a random color generator for that. 10, 4 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do a blue. We're going to go with this one. Book with royalty. Book with royalty. Sorry, I am not looking at the camera at all. I'm doing a really bad job of that. All right. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is a free. It's a free space. It's a comet, right? That's her free space. Okay, can we make it to the end?
We certainly can with 11. One, da, 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 da. Beautiful. And what I've decided, instead of the spinner wheel that she does, I'm going to make this a spinner wheel of all the books that I have to read in 2026 list, the 2026 picks. That's the list I'm going to pull it from, and that will be the book from it. So that was actually pretty easy. We only have technically 4 books to read out of this first round. So nice job, TBR Star Hop. I will find your actual cards someday.
All right, TBR Star Hop was pretty generous to me. A book with 2+ authors and even pages. I got Canyon of Crystal by Kirsten Michelle and AJ Cerna, which I forget how many pages it is, but it was definitely even. For a book that is a random color, I did a spinner wheel. It gave me white. I chose Devout, which is edited by Quentin Lee. It is an anthology of angel stories, essentially. Angel fantasy stories and stuff, but it's predominantly a white cover. For a book with royalty in it, I have Ballad of Sword and Wine by Chang Jingju. No. By Tang Ju Qing. I can never tell which one's the author now. I think that's the author name is Tang Ju Qing for royalty. And then for a 2026 pick, we got The Overstory by Richard Powers, which Asura is making me read.
Our final YouTuber TBR, we have Snakes and TBR Stacks.
I have a note on here that says it's 5 rolls. This is by Covers with Cassidy. We're going to start here. We have little arrows showing how we're moving across the board. So we're going to start. Let's begin with our first roll, which is a 6. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Random number fantasy. So I will do a random number and it'll correlate to a fantasy book. Trust me, it'll make sense later. All right. Roll number 2 is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Free pick. And we move up this ladder. Awesome. Fantastic. So a free pick. Love when that happens. Roll number 3 is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoops. No, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. 1, 2, 3. A blue or green book. Roll number 4 is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a short book. And last roll number 5 is a 1, which is a long book, and we go down, but that doesn't really matter. But we have a long book, so we have a short book and a long book. And that's our rolls for TBR, Stacks, and Snakes and Ladders. I forget. I'm really bad at remembering names when I'm away from the computer and not looking directly at it. But, you know what it is.
For TBR Stacks and Snakes, we had a random number fantasy. We got The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. For any pick, we got A Crane Among Wolves by June Her. For a book with blue or green on the cover, we got Somewhere in the Deep by Tanvi Burwa. For a short book, we got The Lies of the Ajungo by Moses Ose Otomi. And for a long book, we got The Sword of Kaigen by ML Wang.
And finally, mini golf time. So with the mini golf, the rules for this one was if I get anywhere from 1 and 6, because usually in the rules of mini golf, 6 and up is you busted basically. So if I got a hole in 1, that would remove a book from the TBR. This will never happen. If I putted a 2, I can pick any book I want at random because I don't make decisions. I let the other things do that for me. If I put a 3, that is an indie book from my physical indie stack. If I put a 4, that is a book from the 2026 picks. If I put a 5, that is a thirsty vlog coming your way. And if I put a 6, it is my least favorite means of reading, which is reading an ebook on my Kindle. It must be a Kindle book that I already have, because boy, do I need to get that down.
Hi, it's voiceover Q. All right, so for hole number 1, we had this fun, weird Flintstones looking guy. I did get it in 3 tries, which meant I was going to read an indie, and so we are going to be reading Lady Fiasco by Kathleen Baldwin. For hole number 2, we had to drop it into this Rube Goldberg machine, which was very interesting to watch. As you can see, it going down. We did end up getting this one in 3 as well. So we read another indie, or we're going to read another indie, and that's going to be Elemental Bonds by Tiffany Passmore. And there it is. All right, hold number 3 was really funny because it was one of those cash grab machines, which I was amazed I got it in on the first strike. And then I was going in for number 2. You just turn on the thing and my ball just went right out. So that was still on the first putt, which meant that even though I didn't get it on the second, I did get it on the third for another indie, and we got Shroud for a Bride by Kendra Merritt. This one, I hate this one so much. This hole sucked. This weird dentist thing, my ball was going all over the place. It took me way more than 6 to actually get this in, but we counted it for 6, which meant we were going to be reading an ebook, and I got Curse of the Fallen for that one, which was, I don't know if it was in Spitball or not, but hole number 5 was this weird like bathroom situation, and we got a 2026 pick. We got 4 on this one, which was Modus. For the next hole, it was this weird little Plinko style machine that the ball went through, and we did get it on 3 again, so another indie, and that was How to Become a Crazy Cat Lady During the Zompocalypse and Survive the Zompocalypse by M.M. Ward. Well done to me. Then we had this little moon guy, which I miraculously got it in 2, which meant any book, which was a random number generator, and I got Aesop's Fables. For hole number 8, we had this little guy that my ball got stuck in, but I did get it in 3, which was another indie for Gateen's Guide to Defeating a Siren by Cody Wagner, and hole number 9, which I got in 5 because it was a little brat like that. We're doing a thirsty vlog for the courting of Bristol Keats. There you go. So hole number 10 actually started a whole new course for us. I did get in 4. It was a bit of a struggle with everyone. But we're going to be reading another 2026 pick, which was Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. For hole number 11, we got to put the ball in this little guy in the carousel. It was weird. Anyway, I did get it in 2, miraculously enough. And so we got Marilla of Green Gables. Heck yeah. In hole number 12, it was this little blacklight situation, but I did, in fact, also get it in 2. So we're going to be reading the sequel to one of my 2025s, which is More Than We Can Tell. I yeeted my ball up here, somehow, miraculously, for another in 2, and we're going to read A Crack in the World. I forget the full title, but it's a cool one. Next one, we had this horrendous little mishap happen where I knocked somebody else's ball in. So I ended up doing a 4 with a 2026 pick. So we're going to be reading The Spellcaster. For this horrendous mini golf one, everyone kept hitting my ball. Not fair, and forgetting to they kept hitting the record button when it was stopping recording. So I didn't get the whole thing on this one, but I did get another over 6 on this one. So we're going to read Army of the Cursed, which was a Spiffbo finalist in 2021, if memory serves. This little guy. And then we had this fun little All These Hands, and I tried to yeet it into the thing, and that didn't work either. But I did get this one in 4 eventually. So we're going to do another 2026 pick, and I got The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. Woohoo! This one, we also didn't finish recording, but I did manage to get this one in 2, miraculously enough, and we're going to be reading Oaths of Legacy. Now, this one, everyone kept forgetting to point the camera at me, so not all the shots are done, but it did end up being a 5. So we're going to be doing I'm in Love with Mothman for another thirsty vlog.
And that's it. So at any point when I complete one of these TBR games, I will give myself the reward based on the value of the books in there. And then I will play that game again. We will reset it, essentially, if I complete any. Let's see if I can. That's my silly little thing. If you guys want to play it with me, I guess I can give you guys the format on Canva if you want that. Oh, hi, big man. And yeah, you can do an Eldritch TBR, reward yourself however you see fit. But it's just a way for me to feel productive that way and also reward myself because I'm really bad at doing it and really bad at not feeling guilty. So now I feel like I've done a little bit of work in earning an actual reward. because I often feel like I deserve nothing, right? Okay. All right. Awesome. Yay. That is the Eldritch TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We only have one more Litmas video left. So I will see you tomorrow for the final time. Bye.
So basically, I will roll my colorful dice, which has disappeared on me. There's something in Maneki Neko. Oh my gosh. What? What? I just found some. Is this a fortune? I bought this in Japan years ago. Oh my god. What did I just find in Maneki Neko? I have had my Maneki Neko. Oh my god. I just found a fortune. I think it's basic luck. Oh my god, I cannot unravel you. This has been inside my Maneki Neko for like 10 years at least. I just found that. Okay, we will translate and deal with that later. Even oh no, Maneki Neko. Maneki Neko. Oh no. It's okay, I got her.